Teal McSleeving. Teal. Did I use the right color? Is that teal?
Teal.
All right, we'll go with teal.
What was your least favorite anime?
My least favorite anime? You know, I don't really have a least favorite. There's a whole host of them where I'm like, okay, I'll do it, and they just kind of call you in and you do things. You really love the kind of awesome ones that everybody loves, but then there's always ones you're like, is anybody ever going to watch this? And they're like, you'd be surprised. People love it. And you know, that's one of the great things I say about anime is that you can be anyone, and there is an anime for you. You're like, no, dude, there is nothing in anime, because all I love is drifting in my car. You're like, Initial D. You're like, oh my god, anime is awesome. Next guy's like, I just like baseball, so anime is stupid. Big wind-up. Oh, boom. You know, so there's an anime for anyone. Come in. Yes, question here.
Any writers that you have got inspiration from?
Any what?
Any writers that you got inspiration from?
Writers that Shakespeare is my favorite writer, and Dr. Seuss. I am writing a. What? They're both verse writers. I'm writing. This lovely lady who draws these is going to illustrate Snow White and Rose Red. That I'm writing an anapestic tetrameter, which is the Dr. Seussian. So I'm going to be finishing that. I've got about 36 stanzas written. It's hard to write in verse. Stuff has to rhyme. The meter's got to be correct.
What was it called? Anna what?
Anna... Man?
No, the late Dr. Seuss wrote.
Oh, anapestic tetrameter. And then you can write a trochaic tetrameter or iambic pentameter. It's kind of like math art. Yes, question.
What's your favorite Dr. Seuss book?
Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now please, don't ask why. Nobody quite knows the reason. That's all I can remember.
Can you say something really, really mean to me in an Android 17 voice?
I would, but why would I bother? Because you're a pathetic human. The girl's like, ooh, it's going to be a fight. Wouldn't that be funny if we just, come on, let's punch each other. I'm a non-violent person. I do not like violence at all. Bad. Tom Paddington back there.
My question, I just want to say, without preamble, you were definitely one of my favorite voice actors in voice acting history.
What is your question?
Yes, they say imitation is one of the sincerest forms of flattery, and that being said, I'm wondering if you've heard any people who voice your characters in, for example, a bridge series that you like.
Oh, God, you guys like the Abridged series? Yeah, Team 4-Star is kind of amazing. And that's that type of, like, up from the fans up type of career making that you can do in this new wonderful tube economy. But yeah, I love the Team 4-Star guys, and their Android 17 was a jerk. Do what? No, I haven't seen the latest one.
Period, right.
Okay.
That was the latest one.
Yes.
How did you get involved with Star Trek Continues?
I've been friends with Vic for years and years and years, and Vic had always wanted me to play Dr. McCoy, and I played Dr. McCoy in the vignettes, the first sort of initial vignettes that we did, and then I got cast in a movie that Tom Hanks was producing called Parkland, which was about the JFK assassination, and my scene was with Paul Giamatti, who was one of my favorite actors, and I was like, I'm sorry, dude, I gotta do this movie. And he was like, I understand, we'll continue on without you. And they hired Larry Nemeczek for 2 episodes. And then they brought me back in on the second episode to be the first AD, which is sort of like the hall monitor of the film set. And then by the time they were to the 3rd episode, Vic had wanted me back. And there were fans who wanted me back too. And I wanted to be back. And so I killed Larry Nemeczek. No, Larry's a great guy. He's my sort of, he's my Dr. Trek in my brain. Anytime I want to know stuff, he makes my head right. Yes. Yeah.
How did you feel about working in Mushishi?
How does it feel working in Mushishi?
Like,
I love it. Mushishi's one of my fans. Any Mushishi fans out there? Yeah, it's a really sort of like Adashino and Mushishi. It's very sort of a slow, simple, it's a relaxing anime. Some might call it a relaxing anime. It's a lot of fun. I like it. It's usually a starter anime I give to people's parents. Like, here, watch this, Mom and Dad. You will not be offended by this, and it will be magical. And you're like, okay. So it's a good one to get people into anime. And I heard there's a second season, and maybe Funimation will record it. And Adashino better be in it, or I'm gonna cry like a Greenie McMustache face.
Is there any Marvel or DC comic book character that you want to voice in an animated series or movie?
I don't know. Besides Iron Man? Besides Iron Man? I would love to do all of them. I don't know what I would do well. My voice is more suited, I think, to villains, probably.
Loki?
Yeah, I could probably do Loki. I'm certain of that. Yeah, that would be a fun one to do because he's so... but with good reason. I could rock a Loki. I could, a Riddler. Yeah, I could. I could do a Riddler. That'd be fun. I could not be Superman. Nobody. You know what I mean? Because Superman's got to be that clean, sort of crystal clear purity and honesty, and I just sound like there's not something right there. I open my mouth and it's like something's wrong.
Like Joker is different.
Oh, Banner? Maybe, this sort of quirky, that'd be fun. Yes, glasses make ponytail.
What character from Italia do you relate to the most?
Well, Austria, of course. Why wouldn't I love Austria? He loves music. I love music. He dresses in frilly things. I wear t-shirts. I think we're different. I don't know who I relate to. Maybe the narrator. Yes.
What's your favorite episode of Mushishi?
Gosh, I haven't watched it since it came out, and it came out like 12 years ago. Right? There was one with a. I can't even remember. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it. What's your favorite episode?
It would actually have to be the one with the girl who couldn't see.
Yes, that was a good one, yes. Oh wow, it's amazing how that jogs the memory. You do so many anime and you watch so many that it's like a giant... I learned of this philosophy the other day, which is my new favorite philosophy. It's based on a quantum physics application of the multiverse theory, and it's called fictional realism, which says that any universe that can be imagined can be real, which means everything at this Comicon could be a real universe. Right? Mass Effect is one of them. But, so is the Lego. Also, Barney. Barney is real, when you talk about being driven to hell. I love Oh God, give me potato chips. I don't know why I said potato chips. Oh wow, he's got potato chips. Yeah.
Would you choose Sherlock if you were asked to?
Yes, absolutely. I actually did a Sherlock. Crucifer of Blood, Theater 3000. And if you were to Google my name, it was a steampunk Sherlock. It was really cool. I had awesome glasses and great costumes. But if you were to Google Chuck Huber Sherlock Holmes, there's a picture of me. Really cool picture. Yes.
What would be your preferred type of character?
What's my preferred type of... Say that again? Sorry, I was checking the time to make sure I'm not...
Character, archetype, anything like that.
Oh, like favorite character to play? I like broken good guy, bad guy. I like the sort of, character that has a turn that turns them good in the end. Or someone that seems evil and isn't really evil, but just doesn't give a crap what people think about him. Oh my gosh, I'm describing myself. I promise I'm not evil, I promise. I'm not that. Yeah, but I like when you play bad guys and you try to figure out why they think they're good. You know, like when you play really evil characters and you try to get inside their head and think, why does this person think they're doing good for the world? And you figure out the rationalization you want for that, and then you start robbing from banks in real life. I'm kidding, I've never robbed a bank. No! You know what's coming. Yes. Tattoo McChristy tattoo.
I know you played 17, but what's your favorite Dragon Ball Z saga? Is it Android Saga?
Yeah, it's the Android Saga. The Android Saga is, Android Saga. Trunks is also cool.
Yeah.
Trunks is awesome. History of Trunks. Yes, yeah. Favorite part of being EA was being amazing. My favorite part of being EA was, I told that first convention story. That was pretty outstanding to go from, I've never signed an autograph. Like, I was famous before I knew I was famous. It, happened accidentally. I'm like, what? So that was cool, meeting all you guys through EA. But probably the favorite thing that happened during the series was when the Dragon of the Darkness, you go into the studio sometimes, it's like, okay, Judd, today, this part of the tournament, your arm turns into a giant smoky dragon and you kick ass. And you're like, okay. And then it really happens and you're like, you were serious. Yeah, totally serious. Yes, yeah. Yes, you.
Before doing voice acting, was there any particular anime or something like that inspired you to do voice acting?
Well, the voice acting thing sort of happened accidentally. I was just at a theater rehearsal in Fort Worth, Texas, and my buddy came up to me, he's like, hey, you should audition for this Dragon Balls thing. And I was like, Dragon Balls? That sounds pornographic. And he was like, no, it's not. It's Japanese anime. And I was like, it's totally pornographic. I was like, no, it's cool. You should go do it. So I was like, okay. And I went and auditioned for it. And it was kind of like the studio was behind like a bunch of boxes with like a dude like filling boxes with VHS tape. He was like, hey man, what's up? And I was like, this doesn't seem normal. It was in a bank building. So I was like, do I have to open an account to audition? And they were like, oh no, you want Funimation next door. And I was like, oh, okay. Because they just told me which bank building to go to. They didn't tell me a suite number or anything, so I didn't know where to find it. And then I did it, and I was like, I don't think this is real. I think this is like a dude pretending to make something. And then they paid me my first check, and I was like, okay, I hope it cashes. And it did, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll keep doing it. And had no idea it was going to affect the rest of my career. Because I really didn't think it was anything when I did it. But like, I used to watch Star Blazers and G-Force, and Akira was probably the first movie that sort of blew my mind. I was like, what? That story is amazing! And, just kind of like anime blew that was sort of my entry into it. Yes, question about that?
What exactly did you want to do before you got the voice acting?
I've had a lot of different careers. I've always been an actor. I've always continued and pursued acting, but almost anybody who's an actor will tell you that you have to do more, and especially when you're trying to get better and better and build your career, you have to do other things. You can't just be an actor. So I've been a teacher and a construction worker and a principal, and I emptied garbage for a long time. But one of the stores I emptied for was a flower store, and every Tuesday and Thursday they redid their arrangements at the Worthington, which is the fancy hotel downtown. So I used to bring home about like $1,500 worth of flowers, because they couldn't reuse them. So they'd throw them away, and I'd be like, thank you. My car, and so our house for about a year and a half was always filled with flowers. So like as a garbage job, that was a pretty cool garbage job. That'd be like working at the, this is where we throw away good